Security in today's world means different things to different people depending on their age, class, background, or the country they live in. However, security is universally defined as the state of being free from danger or threat. This applies at individual, group, community, and indeed national levels. The overall responsibility of providing security at these different levels rests with the government of the day, whether at local, regional, or national levels. Since security is defined as the state of freedom from danger or threat, then providing security is a multifaceted responsibility, as there are many threats and dangers such as poverty, hunger, disease, violence, to mention just a few. Notwithstanding, what readily comes to mind when talking about security these days is the basic protection of lives and property. Lives and property have been under threat across the globe like never before, thanks to the recent astronomical rise in the number of brazen and brutal terror attacks. Nigeria has not been free from this. 2019 Global Terrorism Index statistics show that 2,040 people died from terror attacks in 2018 alone. Since then, banditry of all forms, kidnapping, armed robbery, communal clashes, and other forms have also been added to the mix, making Nigeria a less safer place to live in than ever before. Kogi State is a strategically located state in north-central Nigeria, sharing boundaries with 10 states and the Federal Capital Territory. With an ethnic and religiously diverse population of more than 3 million people, the number of key highways running through the state and the abundance of agricultural and mineral resources are just some of the reasons why Kogi is widely regarded as a high-risk state when it comes to security. Indeed, in the not-so-distant past, the state was topping the charts in the area of kidnappings and abductions, bloody communal clashes, and other forms of violent crimes. That was until Governor YAHAYA BELLO stepped in. Alhaji YAHAYA BELLO was sworn in on 27 January 2016, taking office with a promise to tackle the security problem head-on.
Security is a huge concern across Kogi State as we step into office, in particular the dastardly and twin scourge of armed robbery and kidnapping. I therefore acknowledge with pleasure the Commissioner of Police and heads of every security agency in Kogi State.
He, however, found out very quickly that this was no easy task, as in the first 6 months of his first tenure, more than 200 kidnap cases were recorded across the state. Governor Bello identified the absence of well-defined and workable security policies and the absence of political will as the major reasons for the security nightmare the people of Kogi State had been passing through.
Our administration will not condone any act of criminality. And then we did give them warning to quit the state as quickly as possible. But it seems not to heed to our advice. We are ready to face them head-on. A situation where you must know who your neighbor is and who the visitors are. And any house or building that kidnappers or armed robbers or hoodlums or cultists, as the case may be, is nabbed, such building will come down. And then those neighbors will equally be invited for questioning. So Kogi State must be safe. And our president, our chief of army staff, and other security operatives are willing and are ready to give us that support. We have a law already, to that effect. But it is the political will of previous administrations to enforce it. But we are ready to enforce it, and it's going to be enforced to the fullest.
With a mixture of intelligence, determination, and youthful vigor, Governor Bello wasted no time in his efforts to turn things around through taking 3 major steps. As the state's chief security officer, Governor YAHAYA BELLO carried out a reconfiguration of activities of the security agencies in line with global best practices. Governor BELLO also enhanced information gathering and surveillance activities by involving traditional leaders and other major players, key to maintaining law and order in the state. He also established the Kogi Vigilante Service, which has recruited and trained more than 6,000 personnel in the last 4 years. This has not only boosted the crime watch, but also taken a huge number of idle youths off the streets, which is another key strategy in fighting insecurity.
It is with the help of this vigilante service, because they know the criminals amongst them, they know the nooks and crannies, and they are the ones that has been exposing all these criminal elements to the police, to the military, and all law enforcement agencies in Kogi State. So as much as we have them all around in the nooks and crannies of Kogi State is going to be more free than ever before. And it is already evident in the number of investors that are trooping into Kogi State now to come and invest in one way or the other, thereby creating more job opportunities and revamping our economy. It's going to be a form of motivation for all our teeming youth, including those that are into criminality and are intending to go into criminality, to either desist and come and join even vigilante group after reformation. So these are the various successes that we are recording in Kogi State here today, and I urge every other state to emulate us.
The use of local people conversant with the language and terrain has proved key in fighting insecurity. The launch of Operation Total Freedom, the code name given to Governor Bello's war on insecurity, sent jitters down the spines of the state's bad guys.
We can say that it's improving in the sense that government is not relating in their efforts in combating crime.
We are also taking proactive measures to ensure we have census of Fulani people living in Kogi and working in the state.
This coincided with a period when Boko Haram and other terrorist elements started rearing their ugly heads. Governor Bello's uncompromising stand to keep the bloodthirsty terrormongers at bay and prevent them from using the state as a theater for their evil acts. The onslaught against insecurity was so much a success that within a month, normalcy was substantially restored and the Kogi people gradually started getting their lives back and people started taking YAHAYA BELLO seriously.
The law in Kogi State is very, very unequivocal. We have law against terrorism, against kidnapping. It is in force. Those houses and buildings where these criminals are captured or the weapons are recovered from, we shall demolish them. So those that are harboring criminals, if they rent your house, if they are living with you, please chase them out because you are taking a great risk.
Both within and beyond Kogi State, it's been accolades and recognition galore for the Kogi State governor. The state's investment drive has benefited immensely from this, as many foreign investors have decided that with its business potential and security-conscious government, Kogi State is the place to be. Governor YAHAYA BELLO's achievements in the area of security have also drawn the attention of state governors, the presidency, and the Nigerian security sector at large. The Kogi State government, under Alhaji YAHAYA BELLO's watch, has worked assiduously to upgrade crime-fighting techniques. This includes the establishment of a highly sophisticated security and safety apparatus, including the recent introduction of the mobile reporter, the dispatcher, and the VG's responder. This technological sophistication has in no small way enabled the security agencies discharge their duties with a greater deal of efficiency.
It's going to only improve on the level of security that we have in the state. As it is right now, every citizen, I am advising every citizen to have this particular app, VGS app, in his phone, so that wherever there's any crime, you are being attacked, or you see somebody being attacked, or there's any crime happening anywhere, all you need to do is just to swipe, and then the rescue team, the security operatives will be there at your disposal to save the situation.
In the light of this relentless effort to curb crime and to encourage efforts of other Nigerian state governors, the Nigerian Police Force, under the leadership of former Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Idris, conferred an award of excellence on Governor YAHAYA BELLO as the most security-conscious governor in 2017. When cultism reared its ugly head in higher institutions of learning, Governor Bello also viewed this as a major security threat. He took immediate steps, calling on the heads of the state's tertiary institutions to take responsibility for the security of their campuses or be shown the way out. He didn't stop there. The schools instituted a strong anti-cultism campaign, and with the support of the strengthened security apparatus in the state, at least 14 cultists were apprehended and handed over to relevant security agents for further investigation. Hundreds of other cultists, realizing the game was up, denounced the membership of cult groups which fizzled out in a short space of time. They found out that the campaigns against them became intense. The government's resolution to make institutions of learning conducive paid off in a very short while. The several highways running through the state were not spared from the activities of criminals. Highway robbers and kidnappers found their way to the strategic Okene and Kaba routes. But in his usual style, Governor Bello faced the problem head-on. The Kogi State Governor's crime-fighting techniques have not always been confrontational. He has, when necessary, used dialogue to restore peace in security-threatening situations. One such example is the handling of the farmer herders crisis, which engulfed a number of states. Governor Bello set up the farmer herders dialogue platform with an inbuilt mechanism to resolve disputes.
But I want to assure the Fulanis, I want to assure the farmers, I want to assure the residents and people living and passing by through Kogi State that Kogi will remain the safest state in Nigeria. Under my watch, and with the support of sincere and upright traditional rulers, and with the committed efforts of security agencies, we're going to unearth and unravel them. Calling on those who think they can cause trouble for us in Kogi State here. Stay in Abuja, stay elsewhere, incite crime or crisis. Your days are numbered.
Perhaps the greatest testimony to Governor Bello's crime-fighting efforts is his appointment to lead the Northern Governors Forum's fight against the region's security challenges at the teleconference of the 19 Northern Governors where the decision was taken. Governor Bello warned those in the business of creating insecurity to have a serious rethink. Despite all these achievements, Governor Bello and his security team say the job is not done yet, as there are plans to improve and build on the existing successful strategies. Criminals and criminally minded people will have to look outside Kogi State to ply their evil trade, as Governor Bello has committed to continue to commit energies and resources to ensure that Nigeria's Confluence state, Kogi State, remains safe for residents, investors, and visitors alike.